The vibrating energy known as kinetic energy is physical and it is subject to sensory perception so that one can detect this energy through one's own sensory organs. The non-vibrating energy, known as static energy, is spiritual, not physical, and can be detected by extrasensory perception, known as ESP in psychology. It is through sensation beyond the capacity of sensory organs. Nibbana, which is free of energy, both kinetic and static, is beyond the state of kinetic and static energy, beyond all vibrations, and beyond the perfect tranquility of the mind, because it is beyond the mind. However, one has to go through the tranquility of the mind to experience Nibbana. But really, it cannot be experienced because once it gets crossed up, there is nobody called a person to detect it. And this Nibbana, or the final spiritual state, can be reached through the state of absorption called Sanya Vedaita Nirodha Samapatti in Pali, beyond all sensations, beyond even the extrasensory perceptions. That means when all sense organs are dormant, temporarily, when one gets absorbed in that samadhi or the trance called Sanya Vedaita Nirodha, and that is a state of mind free of all sensation, non-sensation, non-perception. That is why Buddha said in the Nibbana Sukha Sutta, Sukhang Yaditta Natti Vedaita. The perfect bliss called Nibbana is beyond the perception of sensation, beyond all sensations, beyond even awareness, the technique of enlightenment. It is a state of mind when all sensory perceptions are dormant. This is achieved at enlightenment called Nirvana, Nirvana in Sanskrit and Nibbana in Pali, and finalized at the Parinibbana with the death of the body and the mind, so that there is nobody to experience it and there is no experience of the mind to experience it. Both the mind and the body are absent after Parinibbana. But Buddha said, Atti Nibbuti. There is a state that is not born. Buddha referred to it as Asankata Dhatu. Nibbana is an Asankata Dhatu, non-composed, non-vibrating, beyond all vibrations. That is the supreme non-vibrating energy. But that state, as I mentioned earlier, can be reached through the non-vibrating energy, where the energy becomes dormant. When one is absorbed in the perfect tranquility of the mind, a non-thinking mind. Although the mind is non-thinking, at this absorption called samadhi, awareness is there. Awareness is a mental activity, but a non-vibrating activity. Though we say it is non-vibrating, vibrations are so subtle so that such vibration can be perceived even by the mind. The mind gets absorbed in that perfect tranquility. That is called samadhi. And beyond samadhi, there is a state beyond the mind, that is called lokottara. Buddha referred to lokottara as a mental world. In the Rohita Sutta, Vyamata Kalebere Panyapimi Lokancha. What we call world is a mental world that we experience. It is beyond this mental world that one can attain the perfect bliss of Nibbana, Nirvana in Pali. Buddha described Nibbana, the state of Nibbana or Nirvana, in the Ajata Sutta and also in the Tati Nibbana Sutta, saying, Atti bhikkhave ajatang, abhutang, akatang, asankatang. There is a state that is not born, ajatang. And that is not manifested, abhutang. That is not done, akatang. That is not composed of something else, asankatang. That state one cannot describe by thoughts. That is why in the Khuddaka Nikaya at Arahant Vagga on page 44, Buddha described it as Sunyato Animito. It is perfect emptiness. Emptiness of the mind of its mental images, no mental images. Complete emptiness. Nothing, sunyato means void. Sunya. Animito means there is nothing that can be detected by sense organs. No sensory objects. And that is the perfect tranquility of a non-vibrating mind beyond the vibrating energy and the dormant energy called non-vibrating energy. But according to modern science too, energy, the universal energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Therefore, once we are in the state called Parinibbana, one can say that there is energy in it or there is no energy in it. It gets dissolved in emptiness. That is why it is said, Ati Tathagata Param Marana. That is only an idea. Ditti means a mental concept. The Buddha is available after Parinibbana. Or the Buddha is not available after Parinibbana. They are all ideas. Buddha preaches sermons going beyond these extremes of concepts. There is Nibbana, there is no Nibbana. There is the Buddha after Parinibbana, there is no Buddha after Parinibbana. They are only ideas. It is stated, Atakavacharam, as said in the Ajay Sutta. It can be grasped by the mind, but one becomes one with that state of non-vibration, perfect non-vibration. Non-vibrating mind has two stages, a dormant stage and the perfect stage of non-vibration. There is nothing to vibrate, animito, sunyato, complete emptiness. But on the path to that complete emptiness, one has to go through the non-vibrating energy that one can experience in the absorption called samadhi, with the perfect tranquility of the mind and the body.